when you open up this Excel document, the teacher example that I've completed, this is what you'll see. There are two tabs. You've got your question tab, that's the one you fill in, and obviously I filled this one in as the teacher, and then you've got your work. And what that means, if you click on the other tab, that's what you've written, that's where it all spits out. So it's all there. So one thing I want to point out is that up here you have a direct link to my example. That's Catherine receiving the pearls at the end. So you can go and have a look at that. You can go and just remind yourself before you have a look at the example. So just using this Excel sheet, it's just like anything else. You can type into it. You don't have to worry about if it all gets squished up. You can shrink the writing, but that's up to you. I choose just to leave it as it is because it does spit out altogether as a big paragraph on the other side. And you'll notice you have a word count down the bottom, which is, because it's an Excel formula, it's close to, it's about 8 or 9 words out, so it's not too bad. So this example, I should probably change that to teacher example too, is about Catherine receiving the pearls at the end. So how I've written is that this historical film, and again I've got drop down boxes. In this case we're looking at hidden figures. In this first one, this first assessment is just looking at one piece, and remember there'll be 3 forms of assessment to complete over the last 2 weeks of lessons. You'll see that the word I've chosen is embodies. Again, you could change this, you could type in here shows if you want, it doesn't matter. You can type in these boxes. I'll just go back to my embodies. Now, if I double click on this, you'll see the blatant, so the historical film Hidden Figures embodies the blatant and institutional racism that existed in 1960s America. Institutionalized means it was law. The main protagonist, so the lead character, Catherine, although essential, I'm just fixing my typos, although essential for the space mission, clearly faces racial issues throughout the entire film. So we just click out of there. So again, if you're typing, type as much as you want in there. It doesn't matter if you can't see it. Historically speaking, now I need to put a comma here because that would make it correct. And again, you can choose something else. It's all different things there, or you can write your own. These are just stems. They're called stems to support. So historically speaking, this film carries an essential narrative that allows the viewer to follow Catherine's journey. So that's where I've stated this is what's happened. Then I go into to demonstrate my understanding. So what I'm watching. This is crucial as it allows us to truly understand the magnitude of what she achieved. So I might put a comma here because I think that makes the flow run better. Again, I'm kind of pointing out some of the things you need to make sure you look out for. So I'm on question 3 of the 5 questions. How has the director conveyed symbolism? Now, there was a whole PowerPoint I did on understanding symbolism. If you wish to see that again, it's in your folders. If you can't find it, I can send it to you again. So I've chosen significant symbolism comes from, and I could change it to symbolically. I could change it whatever I want, but that's one I've written. And I've said symbolism comes from the gift of the pearls. So again, that's what the scene's all about. I've gone on to say what it is. It represents a strong metaphor of equality and acceptance. Now, obviously this, and then I go on to explain why in my next part of my paragraph. Previously, during the bathroom scene, Catherine had said on her wage, so the salary she earns, she can't afford pearls. So by receiving this gift, it shows a sign of acceptance from the team, even though she'd lost her job in the end because the computers were taking her job. They no longer needed the human computers. It demonstrates that it was seen as a sign of acceptance of who she was, and breaking down racial stereotypes. So you could go into that further. Again, you can type as much as you like. It'll all just sit there. You just double click on it to see it. How are the following camels used in the film? Now, I've got choose 2, but I think I'll actually say choose 1 for this. I've got camera angles, music, or mezzanine. So I've said the camera angles, and again we've got other ones there that you could pop in. I suppose one thing I need to show you, and you don't, again, if you can't see it, that's okay, but you could come up here and press this button called text wrap that's under the home button, and you'll make sure you see it all. So the camera angles are significant, this is what I've written, in the scene as they show both women at the same level. So that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm seeing and why it's significant. And then I give a bit more of an explanation. It says, in comparison, the bathroom scene has a high angle. So I'm comparing it to the bathroom scene, which probably is help you guys out as well, this bit. Therefore, she is appearing small or insignificant to the viewer. Then 5 conclusions. So what has the director achieved through this film? So when I'm saying what have they achieved, what have they given us, what are we understanding because of it, and what have they created? So I've said the most significant achievement for the director, double clicking to have a look, see what I've written, is that he allowed us as the viewer to see the strength and courage of Catherine and the magnitude of her achievements at the time when I think I need a semicolon there. When it is virtually impossible for her to achieve what she did. Now, I have deliberately not completely proofread this before I wrote it in, because I wanted to show you reading it out loud helps you. My brain goes faster than what my hands do, and I miss stuff. And then I read it back quickly and I see it there. And that's how you end up with mistakes. So again, you need to think about that. So again, you've got time to refine these pieces. You've got time. You can write it as a Word document. You can take these 5 questions and you can write it as a Word document. You don't have to do it in Excel, but again, this will give you some examples of language to use and how to start it and just the level that I need. And I might like to check my work here to make sure that it reads okay, that the punctuation is okay. I'm happy to look at drafts. I'm happy to make suggestions. We're sending out exactly a few more refined details, but I want you to start really having a go at this. I'm going to put at the bottom just a quick survey to see if this is helping you or this isn't helping you in this format. If you're using bits of it, all that sort of thing. So remember, you do not have to complete all this in the double. You can go back and watch this video again. You could have another look at the document. Just let me know how you go. And last thing, if you want to have some, again, small group sessions or a class group session, we can organise it, or a single session with me just to go through your assessment, please let me know.